Let's continue on with the Explorer train by Lego City. This is set number 60470. Contains about 1,500 pieces. I can't remember. Retails for $209.99, and the set was provided by the Lego Group for review. Thank you, Lego. So, the last installment we did, looks like a little bobcat meant to ride on the snow. This minifigure, and we have a little map here. Well, today we're going to be focusing on, it looks like maybe some station, a loading station for the train. And yeah, we can set these off to the side here. And that covers bags 2 and 3. We're only going to be focusing on bag 2. And in addition, you're going to need this plate and one of these track pieces. So we'll do that now. And just as I was ready to film this, I have a nice big scratch on my LCD on this camera. And I don't know how that happened, so I don't know. I got an extra one, but it's like a cover that goes over the top. But I don't know if it's a smart screen, like an intelligent screen, or what. But yeah, not as much scratches as this, but I can always use these for my trains. That's like for cars to drive over and stuff. And in addition, we did not even use the stickers at all on here. So that's kind of a good thing. So I think we're ready to go here. Let's begin. Let's build it, starting with bag 2. So in this installment, I'm going to cover bags 2 and 3, and I hit something on the screen here. Okay, so let's get going here, and I'm trying to get this fingerprint off my thing there. Yeah, let's do it. And I could always use these chain link fence pieces. And it looks like we got mostly big pieces, so we might be in for a treat on this one here. Remember in the last installment we did the little bobcat, and we had to put all those little tracks together, and that was pretty much tedious work. So hopefully this one won't be too bad. And yeah, so we need the plate, and we need this. So we'll put together our minifigure first to get her out of the way. And let's do that. First I gotta find the head. It's like sometimes I'll put the head in the small package, but this time they put it in the big one. It's like she's probably the head foreman, we don't know. Okay, the wig. So it looks like all the stuff's in bag 1 here. Looks more like Halloween colors than anything, doesn't it? Sometimes I can never get these wigs on right. There we go. And then she's got a set of binoculars. Oh, there they are. So we'll put those in her hand. Okay. All right. Now we're going to start on the main build here. And I'm collecting these little leaf pieces, so I've been trying to get those going. You just put that in the corner there, and now we're ready to go. And yeah, we got some water flowing from the leaf. Usually that's how it is, right? Water drips from leaves. So I think that's what it is. I got so many 6x8 plates, it's not even funny. So I've been trying to get things parted out. Today, watch the last installment, they're on the same day, so it's just the 21st of June 2025, Saturday, you know. So I'm going to try to get as many of these filmed today as I can, and I'm hoping to have it done. I'm going to try to get at least a few of these bags done today. This is a set, when I saw this, I was like, I want it, because I don't have a lot of trains. I was like, please send this to me, and they did. not as a requested review, as part of their review thing. So we're really going to dive into this one here. I'm going to try to take my time like I did with the first one, give you some building tips, such like, you know, things like that. Except I'm missing a round brick, but we do have a train door. Alright, oh there it is, way over there. Okay, what's with the leaves being anchored down with tiles, or like, let me get my hand out of the way here. These things here, I mean, is that how we're doing it now? Just having leaves growing with ice? I would have just used white or something by it, but no. And I'm going to see if we can get pretty far on this one today. So by the end of this installment, this one will be done and we'll focus on something else. But I don't know, I may do a poly bag in between these, I don't know yet, or something small. I have a bunch of big, Lego sent me nothing but big sets this round. That's why they were sending them early, and it didn't do any good. But, you know, these are still late, but they're late because of another reason related to this color here. But at least we're getting things going. And like I said, I'm going to still do the detailed builds and such, because this is technically the review, what you're watching here. Okay. So far, so good. It's keeping my interest, which is nice. Just trying to declutter my mind right now and think of some fun things to do for summer. There's the glass for the door. Looks like that came in without a scratch. Well, anyways, trying to finish parting out sets. I'm going through bins right now. My 2x4 bricks were overflowed. So I pulled out red, orange, yellow, and black, and anything in between those, including the dark reds and stuff. Put those in their own bin. I was just overflowing on 2x4s. I thought, well, I use mostly earth tones. I'm just going to put those in another tote and store them. So that's what I did. And, oh, okay, we're using the fencing like that. Okay, that'd be good for making like factories or putting those on the top of a train or something. Not too bad at all. Those fit in a 4x6 frame too. So you can make like a dog kennel or something. Yeah. Let's see here. We're doing pretty good today. Lots of orange. Orangey orange, yep. Now something like this I'm not going to split up in 2 build installments. You know, we're not going to go that route. I think what I'm going to do is just do this as a building guide. It would just be better to complete it like that. And boy, they sure got that plated off down there. This must be the foreman's headquarters. Yeah, orange, especially in 1x4s, I don't have a lot of. So it's always a treat to have something that you normally don't have in your collection. Is, you know, colors like this. And orange is, it's gotten to be more common. It's just not a common color I use in my builds, so I try not to use it too much. Ooh, that just flew apart. Lego, why didn't we start on the inside and work our way out? I'm working way in, and I was trying to pinch under here, and yeah, that flew off. I don't get that sometimes. Okay, it looks like we're building ourselves a chair or something. I thought it was a sleeping bag, but I don't know. Thought I cut my hand here. Lego could be pretty dangerous. I've cut my fingers a few times doing this. And that's what they want right there. Don't know what that's for. And we'll put these here. So I'm going to try to keep the build installments about 25-30 minutes, somewhere around there. If they do go longer, it's probably because I don't want to split something up. You know, like so far this, I don't want to just break part 1 and part 2 of this small build. That's just kind of being silly. So I don't want to do that. So this must be the walls. That might be the entry there. And yeah, so let's see here. A brown plate there. And I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, that's right, we're still working on the entry here. Yeah, I had to go check the water in the backyard. I got to flush a sprinkler out today anyways. It's clogged and I need to do that. Something I got to get done, you know, house chores. I got a bunch of these and orange here. Okay. Yeah, so far it's starting to look like something, huh? A little snow shack, maybe? And it's getting pretty toasty in here. I have 2 computers going full blast rendering up videos. And I'm uploading one right now, and I'm also editing one in between the build installments on this one. So it's one of those days where I'm just like getting it done, ding, ding, and sending it up to YouTube, and then coming back later and then proofread, because of course I unbox a set, we film it, then I go ahead and put it on the computer, edit it, and come back and do more stuff here with it. You can see what I mean here. I just got so many things going on right now. It's not even fun. Well, we don't want that. Oh yeah, we do need that. And I still got 30 minutes of card left, so that's not too bad. Once I run out of this one, that's it. I don't have any more space. I'm going to have to do some more editing eventually here. So, yeah, I'm going to try to get as much done as I can here on this. Okay. I'll put these in here. Okay, we got to do it on the back side too. Yeah, where we go. We're getting somewhere here. So if you're looking for something to do during the summertime, here you go. And this is a collaborative one too. Lego is really stepping up on the collaborative things. As I've noticed, more and more of these sets are getting to be like that, where more than just a solo builder, you can build with your family, you can build with your friends. You can do all sorts of stuff with Lego. I remember this color was so hard to find in 1x2 form, and Here it is. I needed that for back in the day when I was doing mosaic stuff. I don't do mosaics anymore. I may do one day, just do another mosaic. Do it on video like this. Maybe do a picture and do it all in one sitting. And I don't know how I'm going to do that, but we'll think of that. Okay, this goes here. So use the tile as a spacer. And another chain link fence. And it looks like they stick it right there and they tip it. Looks like you could trip over that, but that's where they want that, I think. Yeah, see? Right there. I don't know why. I would have put it down a little bit more and filled it in with something, but you know, I mean, it's Lego. I mean, what do you expect? Okay. And now we got to make 2 of these. Put these in here. So how am I going to review this? Like I did some of my other stuff on the kitchen table. It means we'll have a field trip to the kitchen. I got everything ready to go. I just need to put it in the kitchen and do it. But we got to build this first so we could even go to the kitchen and do it. Then we got a walkie-talkie. And they have another one here that they stick this tile on. This must be the controller. And this sits right here in this clip, right on the outside. I don't know, the weather's going to get to it. I also have a medical bag. One of my nephew's friends, he's studying to be an EMT, and I was like, ooh, that's a very hard field. And he's like only 19, 20 years old. He's starting to get his career going. I was like, ooh. Something I wouldn't do. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that kind of work. Looks like this goes right by the door here. And I know one of his other buddies is in the military right now, and he's stationed in Texas. And my nephew's working at a restaurant serving, and yeah, and playing video games. Alright, so we put the ingots on the top here. That's kind of an odd spot. Yeah, I don't know what we're doing here, but we haven't finished quite yet on this build. And we haven't done anything. We got it up to the door now. So I got to put the door in there. Let's do it like that. I'm always looking for train doors, but I'm looking for train doors right-handed. This is a left door. When I do my campers. So I'm looking for the other door that has the hinge on this side. But for some reason, Lego doesn't make them, or they just don't want to sell them because they know I need that part. And then you're going to have to hold that door in there and put this on the top. Like that. Now we got an opening door. And I believe that's it for bag 2 with only one piece remaining. Alright. Now we're going to move on to bag 3, and while I'm opening this up, we'll put this right here. Thank you everyone for contributing to my YouTube channel on the main channel. Thank you to my customers on Rebrickable and Patreon supporters, and for everyone who's commented and subscribed and thumbs up my videos and all that stuff on here, and sticking around and stuff, you know. And, you know, if you like these type of videos, feel free to hit that subscribe button, and, you know, so you can see a grown man put this stuff together. And if you don't like my style or something like that, I'll understand. I mean, it works both ways, right? You're going to need this. So, I don't have any of these. Now I do. Alright, now we're back to here. And oh, we've seen these before. Oh, this is printed. Could always use solar panels. And yeah, let's get back onto the headquarters here. This one's got some medium-sized parts. Boy, that does not want to fit in there, does it? There we go. How bad are these scratched up? It's got a couple of scuffs. Lego. This one came in good shape. That's pretty good. Jay, you're checking everything. Oh, you betcha. For 210 bucks, it better not come in. It better come in mint condition, not with a scratch on the front. So yeah, I'm going to start dinging points off now. Okay, and now we got that in there. Okay, we're using these on the top. That's kind of cool. Okay, let me take these little windows, stick them there. Here's another one. Let's see here. Always make sure it's not dust. Like that one had just a dust speck on it. That's fine. I'm not asking Lego to package each one of these, but please pack them with care. Okay, now we got to find a computer monitor, and every time I turn around, they always bring out new computer monitor screens. Kind of cool. And then there's a ladder that hangs down the back. And I remember these style of ladders when I was a little boy, and they're still around today. They're kind of used for like the model trains. That's the only thing I've seen them on, so yeah. And now it looks like we're starting the top here. And I'm taking little pauses so I can index these more accordingly, so you can skip to a certain section if need be. You know, that just makes it easy for you, the viewer, to find out what you want to view on this, on my videos. Most don't even do that. They just do this in 5 minutes, they're done. Oh, here I got to index them too. And basically also I do this not only for, you know, like I said, your entertainment stuff, but I want to preserve my build experience. What is it like? You know, like this is keeping my interest right now, so that's really good. The colors are a little bit on the bland side, but they're mostly colors you'd see in something like this, so I can understand. But at least it's not just black and white like I've been, like some of this, like that panda bear. Remember that? That thing was miserably boring. Even parting it out was boring. I'm still parting out the Deku tree. I just found a bin of random pieces that I had from it when I changed models, so I'm parting that out. That pink flamingo set, that's parted out. I just got to put it in my collection. It's just in piles on the table behind me, and I just got to start putting those away. And all that stuff. So I've been pretty much parting things out and getting things cleaned up because I really want to get into finishing up a bunch of things, and yeah, you're going to have to put those in there like that. Just kind of guide them in and press them down. This looks like we got some icicles forming. Yeah, I'm trying to get things done and the reviews are not helping, but I had fun. At least I got everything but one tutorial done for this year. I'm slowly working on next year's stuff, so that's even better. And boy, Lego sure got this stuff down to a T. This is not like Lego I grew up with, I'll tell you that much. You want to make solar panels, just take a blue brick or a blue plate, and that was it. Oh. Well, we don't need that right now. I'm looking for a dish. Oh, we got a chop saw. Maybe that's where Jason Voorhees stores his weapons. We don't know. Maybe that's where he lives at, is in the shack. So every time you think he died at Crystal Lake, no, and this thing flew off. Come on. So he didn't drown. He came back from the dead and he hid inside the ice shack to scare off potential people who are going to ride the train. I don't know, I'm just kind of goofing off here. And this one goes right in here for a little satellite dish. That's where we receive all the extra TV channels so we can... Or no, that's what they use to talk to Gordon Shumway. Some of you know what I'm referencing as. Okay, or Mr. E.T. when he needs a phone home. And this goes on here. So when I do the tour, I'm going to have to do this. What I'm going to do, though, when I do the whole video, boy, this thing has been nothing but a problem. Like, literally, I can't even get that on there. I don't think this was ever meant to come apart. Well, I'm already knocking things apart here. Well, how do you get that together, Lego? I mean, you know what? I guarantee you. Alright, we're going to drop this baby down to an 8. I've dealt with scratch pieces and it's already fallen apart. I think that this is meant to come off. Why we build it on here, I don't know. I think this is how it's supposed to be. Why don't you just have me do it like this then? So if you can't get yours on, that's how you're supposed to do it. And then you can put the lid back on it. Really, there's no other easy way to get that off there. If you had a hard time, just pop yours off. Okay, then these go on right here. Oh, that looks perfect. That looks really good. Looks like more like a souped up ice fishing shack. I was wondering what these plates were for. See, I can't even get this on here. There we go. And we have the weapons here of choice. We got our chop saw. Wouldn't you put that inside so it doesn't rust up? I guess Jason Voorhees doesn't care too much because he's got the flat shovel to pick up all the reindeer poop. Okay. And we're back here at the front. Let me put that walkie-talkie in there. How do you get this off? I think the best thing to do, I would just pull it right here. Let's put that back in there. So just grab it from that. I mean, it fits on pretty easily. It's just, I don't understand sometimes. Lego kind of confuses me. It's like we got ourselves a zip line here. So I think what I'm going to do when I do the tour on this, do the close-up, I'll just do the close-up of all the buildings and then we'll do the demonstration of the train. I don't know. I really don't know yet. Okay, sorry about that. Now we're moving on to the crane. And yeah, the arm, or whatever you want to call it. So Jason Voorhees can flip that stake and hang it up there so the hungry passerbys can do it. Yeah, I always like doing some movie references in these. I gotta have fun, folks. I can't make these all dry and boring. Okay, so these things here, we got an ear. So we got to listen for the click. You ready? Ready? Here we go. There we go. It wasn't too loud, but yeah, I mean, you know, what can you do? And these are printed, which is kind of cool. Oh, too bad those don't line up. What if I rotate them? No. But of course they don't line up in here either. And then after that, okay, these go here. All right. And then now, at least we don't have the tiny strings with this one. Even better. You just got the hook in there, and that goes right in here. And then the arm goes right down in there, so you just stick that right in that hole. Well, try to anyways. And then it just shows it like this and that, so you can hang up your dare meat up there. Okay, now we got to build some tanks, probably for fuel or something. I think you're supposed to skip a stud there. It looks like you do. Yeah, but this is not a bad set. If you're looking for something to do with the family, here you go. And that goes on the top. So I guess you meant to hook these up to it. And now it looks like we're doing the top of something. I don't know what that is, but when I get there, I'll index it. We'll leave it as a mystery item. And then stick some friction pins in here. Put this right on there. Okay, I don't know what that's for. We're getting close to finding out what it does. Well, it's got a tile hanging off the end, so well, it goes right here. That's just one extra piece that we're going to have to whack off. Why doesn't that fit in there in the first place? Huh. Okay. Let's rotate that leaf out of the way. That did it. Just rotate it out of the way and it'll fit in there. Step 81, just take this and set it down. That's how easy it is. Okay, and then now we stick the snow on the edge. Bet this is going on the other side. Indeed it does. Right here. Alright, so we're missing, we got a few extra pieces here. And I think I know where I'm missing them at. We got these. But this is what it's supposed to look like. You know what I forgot to put them on that crane there. We'll take that apart. So, got to correct some issues now. That's okay. They're supposed to go right here. I was like, well, that doesn't look good. Well, let's just pull the whole thing off then. Just yank that loose. You know, if you forget parts, you know, hey, those extra pieces are really small, but when you have duplicates, it's like, okay, did I do something wrong? Yeah, I did, so I'm going to fix it. There we go. Now that's much better now. So it looks like this thing is supposed to rotate, and that's it. Probably that's a fishing pole there. We don't know. And that's what we have remaining for bag 3. Summation of Thoughts. Yeah, so far it looks pretty good. No train yet. We can't do much of anything with this. But that's what we've done so far, and obviously this could ride up on here if you want, but why would you do that? We're still waiting for the train ride. But honestly though, it's pretty cool, but there's a lot more to it than this. But tell me what you think.